Your One News with Katrina Smith.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday, June 14th. It is Flag Day. I'm Katrina Smith, and meteorologist James DeFazio is over in the Weather Center because there are a lot of events going on for Flag Day, some peaceful protests, and so on and so forth, and the Relay for Life, of course.
And things have improved. You know, a few days ago, things were looking a little hairy, a little dicey, and we're now looking like a primarily dry weekend, fortunately, especially for today. Today is going to be the drier of the 2 days. Mostly cloudy weather is settling in for the remainder of Saturday. Highs in the low 70s both days this weekend. We are tracking a couple of light showers primarily across Sunday morning. They may linger into the beginning of Sunday afternoon. But it's going to be a primarily dry day as well. It's going to be both days are more dry than wet. Despite the fact we saw steady rain this morning, that steady rain is sliding off to the south and east. Some light showers still remaining across the Mohawk Valley. However, drier weather settling in right behind it. Drier weather has settled into Oneida County. We're going to continue to see those dry, mostly cloudy conditions today. Mostly cloudy weather downtown across the Nexus Cam. Roads have slowly dried up this morning. They were quite wet a couple of hours ago, but things are improving. 59 degrees with cloudy skies in Rome. 55-degree dew point. It is a tad humid today, not going to be too humid. We had a very early sunrise today, a 5:24 a.m. sunrise. And yes, your Relay for Life forecast today, it's a great day. We are very fortunate to be able to say that we are anticipating dry weather for the event. Highs during the middle of the event are going to peak in the low 70s. The sun may peak out right around the late evening, just before dinner time. But it's going to be a primarily cloudy, pleasant day. Coming up, we're going to track exactly how warm we're going to get. We have a warm-up coming up in the upcoming week. Katrina?
Thank you so much, James.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday morning. Fortunately, our forecast for this weekend has slowly trended drier, and that has continued into the day today. We're expecting primarily dry conditions for the remainder of your Saturday and for the remainder of your weekend. Let's take a look at downtown Utica right now, where mostly cloudy conditions have settled in. Wet roadways have dried out. We're seeing primarily dry conditions on the pavement now. Air quality in good shape as well. We're not seeing unhealthy levels of air quality. It's very comfortable out there. We're already up into the upper 50s. Lows last night were in the mid 50s, steadily warming up. Highs today are going to be in the low 70s. Mostly cloudy conditions are settling in for the remainder of Saturday. That steady rain is sliding off to the south and east. A few light showers are in the forecast for Sunday morning, but it's a more dry day than a wet day. And then hot, humid weather makes its return by the middle of next week. We're heading into a substantial warm-up. Around the state, we're still seeing some areas of patchy fog this morning. They are beginning to disperse. It's beginning to thin out now that the sun is rising, but that Binghamton Airport still only reporting 1 mile of visibility, and up here on Smith Hill, we are also still seeing quite a bit of patchy fog. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Down to the south, you can see that steady rain exiting off to the south in the east. It is really going to get out of our hair for the remainder of the day. A couple of light sprinkles continue to work through the Mohawk Valley, but again, over the next half hour, these will be out of our region, and dry weather continues for the rest of the day. Unfortunately, we're not going to see too much in the way of sunshine. 59 degrees with cloudy conditions. It's going to be quite cloudy today. More clouds than sun, possibly a break of sun right around 5 p.m. this evening. Light winds today, only 5 miles per hour with a very light dew point. Dry weather continues today, mostly dry tomorrow and completely dry on Monday. Several opportunities to get the lawn cut over the next several days. Substantial warm-up as we head into the middle of next week. We climb up into the low to mid 80s with hot, humid conditions. That steady rain slides off to the south and east today. Cloudy conditions settle in. Highs in the low 70s this afternoon. Tomorrow morning, a couple of light showers develop. However, again, it's a more dry day than a wet day. Highs yet again into the low 70s. Dry weather settles in overnight Sunday night. Today, highs around 72 degrees with mostly cloudy skies, possible break in the sun later in the evening. Your 7-day forecast, primarily dry this weekend for Flag Day and Father's Day, a light shower Sunday morning. Dry weather settles in for the beginning of next week. Highs on Monday, low 70s. Highs Tuesday, closer to 80. Then we get nice, hot, humid with some chances for thunderstorms by the middle of next week. Highs into the mid-80s with humid conditions. And I just gave away the answer. I didn't mean to click the button that quick.
There, right?
Yeah, literally. So we celebrate Flag Day to honor the adoption of the flag, and this actually started back. This push started back in Civil War by Union soldiers as a way to try to rally support for the North during the Civil War. It was officially adopted back in 1949 by Congress. It's not a federal holiday, but it's recognized by almost every single state, and it is to commemorate the adoption of the flag, which was officially established in 1977.
Wow.
And even all the way back there, or even all the way back then, they put the 13...
1777.
Did I say 19?
Yes.
Oh, 1777. I'm sorry. Yes, 1777.
I was like...
Yes. And even back then, the 13 stripes for the 13 colonies.
Okay. So it was even controversial then because it was Civil War.
Yeah, that's what initiated the push to create the holiday, yes.
We've always had our differences then.
Always.
All right, thank you so much. Well, the Utica... Welcome and thank you for joining us for this half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith. Let's get you over to the Weather Center with meteorologist James DeFazio, who has some breaking news in the Weather Center over here.
So we all know we have this really long ongoing stretch of wet weekends,
that
right?
Coincides with the start of a certain meteorologist here at WKTV.
I might have brought a little bit of bad luck. But despite the rain this morning, Rome has not recorded any rain yet today.
So this could be a dry weekend,
We have start so far. It is dry. So if the showers dodge Rome tomorrow, the streak is in jeopardy. So as I was alluding to, we are tracking a much drier weekend than was originally anticipated. Dry weather is going to continue today with primarily cloudy conditions. Shower chances do exist tomorrow morning, but not a washout of a day by any means. Steady rain is sliding off to the south and the east, and drier weather is working in behind that, and that is what we're going to be seeing for the majority of the day today. Unfortunately, we're not going to see too much in the way of sunshine. It's going to be mostly cloudy skies for the majority of the day. Clouds do decrease in terms of thickness as the day progresses, but roads have already dried out after being quite wet this morning. We're up to 60 degrees now in Rome with cloudy skies. It's going to be a tad humid today, but not overly muggy by any sense of the means. We had the Relay for Life today, and the forecast has improved greatly. We're going to be nice and dry. Sun may peek out for a short time right around dinner time. Otherwise, cloudy, dry conditions with highs in the low 70s. Coming up, we're going to take a look at just how warm our warm-up is going to be for next week. Katrina?
Thank you so much, James.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday morning. We're drying out this morning after some steadier rain showers earlier, and drier conditions are going to settle in for the remainder of our Saturday. Let's take a look at downtown Utica, where dry conditions have moved in. Wet roadways are now beginning to dry. We've gone from the dark concrete, from the wet concrete, down over to things are lightening up as conditions begin to dry out. Mostly cloudy skies, temperatures now into the low 60s. Highs today are going to be up into the low 70s. We're going to be in the 60s for the majority of the day. Mostly cloudy conditions settle in for the remainder of the day today. We're going to have a much drier weekend than was originally anticipated. A few light showers are expected on Sunday, but again, a mostly dry day. for Father's Day. And then hot and humid weather arrives and settles in by mid next week. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Steadier rain has moved off to the south and the east. We are still tracking a couple of these showers across moving through the Mohawk Valley. One last light shower as this moves eastward across the Mohawk Valley, and then dry weather sets in for the remainder of the day. 60 degrees with cloudy skies in Rome, and unfortunately it is going to be very cloudy today, mostly cloudy skies for the entirety of the day today. We may see a couple breaks of sun just before the evening hours between 4 and 6 p.m. That would be the most likely shot for us to get a little bit of sunlight today. It is going to be dry for the remainder of the day, so you do have the opportunity to get your lawn cut if it's dry enough. Sunday, the second half of the day looks drier than the first half, so again, another opportunity. And Monday, yet again, looking like another dry day, so several opportunities to get the lawn cut. We are on the incline over the next several days, so we head into next week, a big warm-up. We climb up into the 80s. By Wednesday and Thursday, we're into the mid-80s with hot, humid, or I should say with humid conditions. It's going to be hot, hazy, and humid. Those showers moving off to the south and the east. Drier weather settling in for today. Highs in the low 70s today. We're in the 60s for the majority of the day, but we do crack 70 for a short period of time. Dry weather settles in tonight. Couple of light showers during the day on Sunday, and then dry weather settles in overnight Sunday night. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, primarily dry weather for your Flag Day, Father's Day weekend. A couple of showers on Sunday morning. Drier weather settles in on Monday and Tuesday. Really warm Wednesday and Thursday. Hot, humid weather with a chance for some scattered thunderstorms Wednesday and Thursday as well. And I want to warn everyone, we've seen them all.
Apparently all of them.
All of the above. And I can even expand on this. I myself have spotted a couple of red foxes. I've actually seen one twice on my way to work from two different directions. I saw one on Smith Hill Road. I saw one on Grace Road. I've spotted a fisher as well, just by chance. Didn't see the black bear that has been spotted in Whitesboro, but there's also, I've run into possums, raccoons. It's just that time of the year.
Lions and tigers and bears, just, right, James?
Oh my! They just keep coming out. So
I haven't seen any of them.
Be aware, fishers, red foxes, and black bears are somewhat of a threat to small pets and animals. So
yep.
keep that in mind.
All right, thank you so much, James. As we prep
tonight at 11, meteorologist James DeFazio in the Weather Center. Excuse me. Earlier this evening, we were talking about just this.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Still
yeah,
going.
I can.
Yeah. So somehow we did not record any. Rainfall at Griffiths this morning, and we saw plenty of rainfall across southern Oneida County, especially across the southern tier. But for record-keeping purposes, so far this weekend goes down as a completely dry weekend. I do expect that to change tomorrow morning. I do think Griffiths will record at least a little bit of rainfall tomorrow morning, but it remains to be seen. The streak is technically in jeopardy. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is quiet, and it's going to stay that way through the night tonight. Dry weather will continue at least until tomorrow morning. Mostly cloudy skies across downtown Utica, mostly to partly cloudy. Again, dry conditions persist. Temperatures in the mid-50s. It's a chilly night right now, and fortunately, temperatures are going to be relatively stable for the remainder of the night. We're not going to cool off much further than where we're currently at. Temperatures are going to stay right around where we're at. 57 degrees with clear skies in Rome, comfortable levels of humidity with dew points all the way down into the lower 50s. Tonight, lows are going to be right around 56 degrees. They're going to occur right around midnight, and temperatures are going to stay stable. We stay dry through the night tonight with partly cloudy skies. We're tracking showers to return for the beginning of Father's Day before dry weather settles in, and we'll track that coming up in full weather. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. New tonight, the American...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday evening. It ended up being quite a pleasant day across Central New York. It was mostly cloudy this morning after a round of showers worked through from I-90 and points southward. Then drier weather settled in for the remainder of the day, and it was quite pleasant. Highs got all the way up into the upper 60s to low 70s, depending on your location. Plenty of sunshine across the North Country. Clouds hung on tight across Central New York and points southward, and we're seeing that right now. Clear skies to the north, cloudier skies across the southern tier. We're also seeing chilly temperatures. Temperatures all the way down into the mid to upper 50s right now, and those are going to be our low temperatures for the night. Temperatures stable for most of the overnight. Tomorrow morning, a few light showers, but for Father's Day, it's a mostly dry Sunday. Hotter and humid weather arrives next week. We're going to see temperatures back up into the low to mid 80s. And then showers and thunderstorms also return with those temperatures. On Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to see a couple rounds of showers and thunderstorms. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. All is dry. Dry weather will continue overnight tonight until tomorrow morning. We're expecting showers to redevelop tomorrow morning. They will be very light though. 57 degrees with clear skies in Rome. Rome's far enough north to be above that layer of clouds. Just a very light breeze, which is going to stay light, and very comfortable sleeping conditions tonight. Temperatures in the 50s with low humidity. Temperatures across the area again, mid to upper 50s, and these are going to be our low temperatures for the night. Temperatures are relatively stable. As you can see over the next 12 hours, we don't really drop down very much. Lows tonight right around 56, 57 degrees. Cloud cover actually begins to increase as we get close to sunrise, as those showers get closer to returning. Clinton Tractor Mowcast, a little wet tomorrow. You might have to cut the lawn in the second half of the day if you're looking to cut tomorrow. Otherwise, two good opportunities to start the week, two dry days to begin the week. Again, substantial warm-up as we head into the middle of next week, up into the low to mid 80s by the middle of the next week with hot, humid conditions. Dry weather continues tonight, lows in the mid to upper 50s. Showers return tomorrow morning. They are very scattered and very light. As we head into the afternoon, they become isolated. Highs tomorrow in the low 70s. Dry weather settles in for for Sunday night into Monday morning, and dry conditions continue into Monday morning. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, by no means a washout for your Father's Day, a primarily dry day with some spotty showers. We dry out and full on Monday, hot temperatures into the mid 70s, mostly cloudy on Tuesday, highs upper 70s. Showers and storms, much warmer Wednesday, Thursday, low to mid 80s. Be right back.